Good morning. I'm gonna be all the way 100, short and simple. If you haven't started preparing for what's to come, you are a fool. The UK has told its citizens to prepare for war. China has told its citizens to prepare for war. Texas have all of these other states in agreements with them on securing the borders, looking like a civil war is on the brink in America. You have North Korea and South Korea at odds with one another. You have Russia, you have Ukraine at odds with one another. You have Israel, Gaza at odds with one another. You have Iran and America at odds with one another. Look like the whole entire world is at odds with one another. You have Australia and China at odds with one another. Guys, if you are not getting prepared, literally getting prepared, you are crazy. Literally, at the end of the day, it's so much that you can do to prepare. But if you are not getting prepared for what's to come, you are crazy. You got the guy from NATO telling people, all Western countries, to at least have lights and batteries for 3 days. Now you guys know that shit gonna extend beyond 3 days once it pop off. You guys know if you're walking around with just a wallet with just debit and credit cards and you're living in a digital world, you don't have no type of cash at home in the house. Not saying you pull out everything, but if you ain't got no type of cash for when shit hit the fan, you know you're gonna be stuck, right? Because you're not gonna be able to purchase nothing because America may lose power. They telling you these things literally, bluntly. And if you ain't preparing for what's to come mentally, physically, and you won't survive this shit that's coming. Because at the end of the day, it will be all over the world. You won't be able to go to Mexico. You won't be able to go nowhere because the shit gonna hit the fan all over the world. It's not gonna be a certain area that's just gonna just be peaceful. It's gonna be all over the world. This is the state of place that the world is going to. America is on the brink of a civil war. On the brink of a civil war. You got farmers and truckers down there at the borders that's trying to do what the president of the United States is supposed to be doing. Citizens have taken it into their own hand. You got states not complying with with the corporation no more. This shit is about to hit the fan. It's really about to hit the fan. You know, they say and they predicted that 2024 was going to be worse than 2022 and 2023 and 2021 and 2020. They have predicted that the world is going to be 2025 scarce for water and food. They predicted these things. And they're already saying how the droughts and this and that and that and this is creating shortages here and creating shortages there. Salute, Lost and Sparrow. They already said that. So if you're not getting prepared for what's to come in some sort of way, something is actually wrong with you. You are living under a rock because at the end of the day, you're not going to tell me that your life is in order to the point where you live off the grid that much. You don't depend on nothing. You got nothing but 100% survival mode. You're not going to tell me that. You're not going to tell me that you know how to do every single thing to survive. That's impossible. As a society, the only individuals who live off the grid like that is the Amish people. That's it. Everybody else is depending on some type of business, some type of government, or some type of stores, or some type of the economical system that's in place. You're not going to tell me that you're prepared for to live in those type of conditions, but you have an opportunity to start giving yourself a test, turning off the power of your house, and seeing what you may need, getting water, getting canned goods, going back to the old school can opener, going back to getting a sharp knife, learning how to sharpen a knife in case you have to open a can old school where you got to put the knife on top and tap on it and peel it open with the knife. This is the direction that this world is going because We got idiots in leadership across the whole globe. All the citizens throughout the whole throughout the whole globe, country to country, is constantly telling these idiots we don't want walls. But these idiots constantly pushing it one another and knowing that they got mad scientists behind these buttons that they can push and set us back into the days where technology don't exist at all. And if you ain't prepared to grow your own food, if you ain't prepared to if you ain't prepared to grow your own food, if you ain't prepared to live in a world without Walmart, if you ain't prepared to live in a world without Kroger's, Taco Bell, if you ain't prepared to live in a world where you can't go to the grocery store, you need to start thinking about that, because this is where we might be going back to a world where you might have to just kill that rabbit that you see, that's running around. You might have to just kill that, go catch a turtle, all this type of thing. This is the world that we're going back to. Once it sets off, that's it. All it takes is for one big player to just strike another big player, and that's a wrap. Everything is over. It's done. It's done. Everything is done. All it takes is for China to strike one of those countries, or America strike one of those countries, and that's it. It's over. Everything that you life that you the way you know of is done. It's over. It's over. And this shit is not on no type of news site. It's the media not even really covering the truth of what's going on. They're not even saying you can't even see on the news. They're not even talking about the truckers at the border. They're not even talking about the farmers at the border trying to protect the borders. They're not even talking about that. And you're not even. It's so many people that already came in this country, and you got the northern borders that people coming through. That ain't even on the radar. And I'm not just speaking about America. I'm speaking in general, because so many different countries feed off of America. And once America go through this phase that it's going through, if this shit hit the fan in America, so will so many other countries follow. And nobody is preparing and thinking about what's going on, what's transpiring, and how to resolve it, because the citizens don't want this shit, but it's the world governments that want this shit, and they are on the brink. And if you ain't preparing, you is a idiot. Just simple, plain and simple. If you're not getting prepared for what's going on, something wrong with you. Something is clearly wrong with you. If you're not shopping for deals, looking for deals, you're right. You're right, George. Distraction by everything. If you're not shopping for deals, looking for deals, trying to figure out how to get this and get that and get this, like knives and all, just if you don't have things in your home to protect you when shit hit the fan, you're in trouble. Because a lot of people, like George said, is so distracted, they don't have the necessary means, or they don't have the things that they should have. They're going to sports games. People don't realize every single time after major holidays and United States, that be major holidays and sports events, something transpire, because there's no money circulating in the market, and that's when they could unveil the new bullshit that they're gonna do. Once this Super Bowl go, it's nothing in between for a couple of months. So some shit gonna hit the fan. So you guys gotta just pay attention, because they're not talking about this shit. They're not allowing no one to talk about this shit. They're not the news and information is not spreading. Because what's really going on is a lot of people are hypnotized by entertainment, and so they're not really even preparing for what's going on and what's to come. You know, I got on here to just bring that story today, this morning. I know I'll be posting all type of different things, because I try to make it to the point where I can put information up that people can utilize, and then they got people that's entertained. I try to draw them in to show them and tell them what's really going on. So thank you guys for rocking with the channel. If you can, start getting your water, start getting your canned goods. You don't have to go crazy with it, but just make sure that you got some in your house for like at least a month. That way, if you got enough food in your house for a month, enough water in your house for a month, if shit hit the fan, You can go out there and go grab extra, and you know that you got 3, 4 months. You know, that's how you got to play this. You got to always have something in your house for at least a month or 2 months. And then if shit hit the fan, you know that you could, it's time for you to really just you go out there in that crowd too. I know it's I know it'd be dangerous, but you go out there in that crowd too. Because at that point in time, now you're getting the extra shit that you really, really need to go beyond 1 month or 2 months. And that's just the way it works. But if you caught living every 2 days, every 3 days, every 2 days you got to go to the store, every 3 days you got to go to the store. Some shit hit the fan. You at work or you somewhere where you just can't get to the store. You stuck. It is what it is. You stuck. You're stuck. Salute. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Like I said, make sure that you pay attention to what's going on. You got to pay attention. You got to get news in America. You got to type in these other country news to see what's going on. Salute.